A couple of weeks ago, we held our first ever webinar talking about privilege and bias as two of the most controversial terms in the ED&I vocabulary. Our experience over the last few years has shown that privilege is probably the most controversial topic we talk about, and yet it has the power to unlock so much of what constitutes true inclusion at work and more broadly. Time and time again, we see the cultural context and connotation of words acting as a real blocker, stopping people from even being prepared to understand the concept itself. This is never more true than with the word privilege, particularly emotive for those of us who have an element of privilege as part of our identities. We love the way that John Amici and Reniero Lodge talk about privilege as an absence of challenge. Having an element of privilege in your identity doesn't mean you've never experienced any hardship. It simply means that, in the example of white privilege, the colour of your skin isn't the source of that hardship. Understanding privilege means that you recognise the places where your experiences diverge from those around you. This is a subject I touched on in my post about Chris Cabba. Truly, the luxury of being able to scroll past a story about an unarmed black man being shot by the police without feeling any kind of connection to it is one of the most precise demonstrations of white privilege I think I've ever come across. Making the leap of imagination required to understand this experience gap isn't an easy thing to do, but one of the few positives about a world where every waking moment sometimes seems to be chronicled on social media is that there are really easy ways to educate yourself on the experiences of other people without placing any kind of burden on those folks. We've added some resources to our webinar page on the New Normal website, but we'd love to hear from you about who you follow, what you read, watch or listen to in order to help yourself to make that leap. Educating ourselves is part of being a good ally, and that provides us with the tools to challenge bad behaviour when we see it. And in that spirit, we've also included in this newsletter a link to the lovely John Waite's video post in response to the recent story in the Daily Telegraph, which claimed that Strictly Come Dancing has got too woke for its own good. We really hope you enjoy this special privilege edition of the newsletter. Why not get in touch and tell us what you think?